I learned about elephants, and the more I learned that they are disappearing in Thailand, I just felt very strongly like I want to do things to help Thai elephants.
I think it's the way that they're being trained at the moment now is incredibly heartbreaking, because these animals are so intelligent, they're very compassionate, they're very willing to learn that if you treat them kindly and train them humanely, you'll actually have an animal that's a lot safer to be around. The current training method, if you like, the way I see it, is that they're actually creating a living time bomb. These animals are being forced through aggression, submission, fear, anger, are actually being trained in that respect. So one day they're going to turn violent against us. If we can train them with respect and love, then they will respect and love us back, and there'll be no need for them to ever turn on us.
Violence is not a trait that can be seen in the elephants in the park. This is because the mahouts use love and respect to train the elephants here. Traditionally, the mahouts bond with the elephant for a long period of time, sometimes even since young. The same rule applies at the Elephant Nature Park, where true love is what bonds both mahout and elephant together. The mahouts here are educated to have an understanding of how one can use alternatives other than instilling fear into these gentle giants. The absence of negativity and the presence of positive training, like offering treats, is what any elephant is willing to work for. The park calls this the positive reinforcement system.
We show them how to train them with our positive reinforcement training. And by giving them bread, if the elephants, young elephants, they do whatever they're instructed to do, they will get bread and they keep learning. And people, visitors, they will see the nature as a wildlife, a natural life. Yeah.
This is one of the reasons why volunteers like Michelle and Antoinette flock to the park all the time. It is clear from the body language of these elephants that they are not forced to do anything. All tasks are done on their own free will. As compared to the elephants at the trekking camps, the elephants here are more willing and have more enthusiasm when it comes to obeying their various mahouts. In positive reinforcement, elephants are given a choice as to whether they want to do a stunt or not. If they choose not to, they will lose out on a treat, like fruits or bread. This method is more of an incentive-based training rather than a traditional system of punishment. But in Thailand, positive reinforcement training is still at its infancy stage. Many still believe in the ritual called Pajan to train young elephants. This ritual consists of having a young elephant about 3 to 5 years old being stabbed and poked in places like the head and body until its spirit has been broken from its body. They are initially put in a wooden cage structure known as a crush. In the crush, the elephant cannot move due to the tight space around it. It is then kept in it for days with no rest and very little food. The Saman, known as the holy man, will start the ritual by stabbing the elephant, after which anyone around is allowed to antagonize the elephant using fear to tame it. Then, it will be let free to roam around the village, harnessed with ropes and being cruelly jabbed as it walks around. It is never a rare moment to see a weak, bleeding elephant, and many die in the process. Although it may take several years before the Pajan is completely abandoned, there are signs that Lake's method is beginning to impress some owners.
A couple of them start already. We have 2 baby elephants come out from us, don't go for Pajan. And they start going, because we try to rescue and put them here, and the bull as well, but the mahout, the owner doesn't want to sell because they just think that they don't want to sell because some Karen believe that if they sell, they will lose our money. So they decide to take the elephant back home, and we still follow and see. And that baby never go Pajan again, and they take the baby. And the baby are totally listen and obey to the owner. Because they are here, they feel safe, they don't have to paranoid, they stay home, whatever the mahout ask them to do the job, they do. They become a good boy.
Elephants born in the park do not have to go through the same ritual. Right now, 2 of the elephants here are owned by outside trekking camps. These are the first 2 in the park trained using the positive reinforcement system. They live here most of the time and only return to the trekking camps when further training is needed. The mahouts do not have to use the yanghus when dealing with them, a sure sign and testimony that Lake's system is working. After the success with these 2 elephants, Lake decided to use the same training methods on others in the park. The results? Elephants that are happier and safer to be around. The mahouts and visitors do not have to worry too much about the elephants turning against them. With the old fear-instilling system, the elephants are psychologically traumatized and hate domestication. With the new system, they are calm and relaxed.
That's one of our elephant shelters, again, where the elephants get chained up at night. Now you can see that she's quite comfortable to stand there on her own without the chain, so it shows you that there's no psychological trauma in respect that when the elephants get chained at night, they understand their routine now. They realise that at the end of the day they get chained, they get their food and they relax for the evening. Now if she had any problems with that, there's no way that she would comfortably in the middle of the day just stand there. She's just getting a bit of a shade and a bit of a relax.
At the heart of this system is love. With the love that Lake gives to these elephants, they share that same love back. This can easily be seen in the way the elephants behave around her. It is as if she is their birth mother.
Yeah, I because I believe in any wise can tame by love. Because after I start to see so many animals have trained. I don't know, some of them might train with a bad method, but after I see that is when people can tame tiger or can see some animal have such a high heart, and I believe that when I spend time with elephant when I'm young, I learn I can receive the love from elephant, and I believe that if we give love to them, they will pay the love back. So I decided to go, and when I have Hope and my other baby elephant, I decided to train them, give them like the positive reinforcement, a reward.
The naughty teenager Hope best represents how Lake's gift of love has affected the elephants. Hope comes from the Old English word hopian, which means to desire with expectation of obtainment. Just like the definition, Hope is the key to the future of his species. With his story, Hope has captured the hearts of many of the volunteers. He lost his mother at a very young age, and at that point, he was in a terrible state, still needed to be fed with milk. When Lake found him, he had liver worms and parasites which infested his blood. Due to the poor conditions he and his mom shared with their previous owner, Hope started off